Welcome to Great Lives. I'm Daniel. Here, we honor individuals whose journeys shaped history and inspired millions. Their courage, talent, and dedication left a lasting mark across generations. Join us as we revisit their stories from film, music, sports, and culture, celebrating lives that continue to inspire and remain unforgettable through time. Born on July 22nd, 1941, Ron Turcotte grew up in Canada with modest roots and a genuine love for horses. He didn't have fame or privilege guiding his path, only determination and a willingness to work hard. From an early age, his connection with horses became clear, shaping a future that would eventually place him among the most respected figures in horse racing. A historic partnership, Turcotte's name became unforgettable through his partnership with Secretariat. Together, they achieved the legendary 1973 Triple Crown, a milestone that still stands as one of the greatest accomplishments in sports. Their performance in the Belmont Stakes, marked by an extraordinary and record-breaking run, showcased a rare blend of power, precision, and trust. Character beyond victory. Despite global recognition, Turcotte remained grounded and humble. He preferred letting his work speak for itself, riding with calm focus and deep understanding. His success reflected more than talent. It showed a meaningful bond between rider and horse, built on trust and respect. A lasting legacy. Even in later years, Turcotte was admired for his quiet wisdom and gratitude. His journey continues to inspire, proving that dedication and belief can lead to remarkable achievements. Though he has passed, his legacy lives on, echoing through the history of horse racing. The entertainment world has lost a familiar and cherished face with the passing of Jennifer Renan at the age of 65. While not always in the spotlight, her work left a lasting impression on audiences who appreciated her natural presence and sincerity on screen. A memorable moment in Ghostbusters. Many fans will always associate her with her brief yet unforgettable role in Ghostbusters. Appearing opposite Bill Murray as Dr. Peter Venkman, she played a college student in the film's opening ESP experiment. Though short, the scene became iconic, setting the tone for the film's humor and charm. A career across film and television. Beyond that standout moment, Renan built a steady career through the 1980s and early 90s. She appeared in projects like Up the Creek and A Very Brady Christmas. Television audiences also recognized her as Gwendolyn Pierce on Charles in Charge. Along with appearances in Quantum Leap and Murder, she wrote, "A life remembered beyond the screen. Those close to her remember her warmth, kindness, and deep connections with loved ones. Her legacy lives on through her work and the quiet impact she made on those who watched and knew her." Chip Taylor, a gifted singer and songwriter, has passed away at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy that gently but powerfully shaped popular music. While his name may not always have been front and center, his work reached millions through songs that became timeless classics. He had a rare ability to write melodies that felt both simple and deeply emotional, connecting with listeners across generations. His contribution to music wasn't loud or attention-seeking, but it was lasting. For many, his passing is a moment to reflect on how some of the most influential figures work behind the scenes, letting their art speak louder than their presence. His life reminds us that true creativity doesn't always chase the spotlight. It often lives quietly in the songs we never forget. The songs that defined an era among Chip Taylor's most celebrated achievements are songs that became global hits through other artists. Wild Thing, with its raw energy and unforgettable rhythm, turned into a defining track of its time. Angel of the Morning carried a different tone, gentle, emotional, and deeply personal, winning hearts through its honesty and vulnerability. These songs didn't just top charts, they became part of cultural memory. Beyond these famous works, Taylor also wrote pieces like Early Sunday Morning and Big River, which reflected his storytelling ability and emotional depth. Each song carried a sense of authenticity, showing his talent for capturing real human feelings in a way that felt both personal and universal. A life beyond the spotlight. Born James Wesley Voigt, Chip Taylor lived a life connected to creativity in more ways than one, including being the younger brother of actor Jon Voight. Yet he carved out his own path, choosing music as his voice and songwriting as his craft. He never relied on fame to define his success. Instead, he built a body of work that earned quiet respect within the industry. His influence continues through the many artists who brought his songs to life and the listeners who still connect with him today. Though he may no longer be here, his music carries on, proving that meaningful art never truly fades. It simply finds new ears and new hearts over time. Beau Lutters, best known as the guitarist for Harm's Way, has passed away at the age of 38. His playing defined a powerful blend of hardcore punk and metal, bringing intensity and emotion into every performance. Through his work, he helped shape a sound that stood out in the underground scene, influencing fans and fellow musicians alike. His dedication to music wasn't just about performance. It was about creating something raw and real that people could connect with on a deeper level. Beyond the stage, outside of performing, Beau was also a voice in the community as co-host of the Hard Lore podcast. He shared personal stories and honest perspectives from life within punk and metal culture. His conversations carried humor, insight, and a genuine appreciation for the scene, making listeners feel like they were part of something meaningful and authentic. Remembering his impact, those who knew Beau remember him for more than his talent. He was valued for his authenticity, passion, and the energy he brought into every space. His legacy continues through his music, the memories he created, and the lasting impression he leaves on the community.
Born in 1930 in San Francisco during the Great Depression, Clint Eastwood grew up in a world shaped by uncertainty, movement, and economic pressure. His family moved frequently across California in search of work, which meant his childhood lacked stability but offered constant exposure to different environments and people. He attended multiple schools, rarely staying long enough to build lasting friendships, and gradually developed a habit of observing rather than participating. This quiet detachment later became one of his most recognizable screen qualities. Teachers and peers often described him as reserved, not particularly expressive, but attentive to detail. Life was practical rather than imaginative in those years, filled with small responsibilities and part-time jobs. Although there was no early sign of a film career, the discipline, patience, and emotional restraint he developed during this time would later become essential to both his acting style and his approach to filmmaking. Early work, discipline, and military influence. Before Hollywood, Eastwood's life was defined by survival jobs and structure-building experiences. He worked in gas stations, lumber yards, and various manual labor roles, learning early that stability had to be earned rather than expected. These jobs didn't offer creative fulfillment, but they taught him endurance and focus. In the early 1950s, he was drafted into the U.S. Army during the Korean War era and stationed at Fort Ord in California. While he did not see combat, the military environment reinforced discipline and routine in his life. A widely recounted incident involved a plane crash into the Pacific Ocean during transport, where he reportedly swam long distances to reach safety. Whether remembered as literal or symbolic, the story reflects a recurring theme in his life: persistence under pressure. After his service, he returned to civilian life without a clear direction, but with a stronger sense of resilience. breaking into Hollywood, and early struggles. In the early 1950s, Eastwood arrived in Los Angeles with no clear path forward, taking on construction work while exploring acting almost by chance. A studio contact noticed his physical presence and suggested screen testing, leading to a Universal contract in 1954. However, the early years of his career were marked by disappointment. He was given minor roles in films and television, often with limited dialogue or scenes that were cut entirely. Casting executives reportedly viewed him as too stiff or slow for leading roles, and his contract was eventually dropped. During this period, he worked in small television appearances and struggled financially while supporting his early family life. Despite setbacks, he remained in the industry, gradually learning how productions worked behind the scenes. These years were less about success and more about survival within a system that had not yet recognized his potential. Television breakthrough and learning the craft. Eastwood's first significant break came with the television western Rawhide in 1959, where he played Rowdy Yates. Although not the lead character initially, the role provided steady work and national exposure over several seasons. The show allowed him to observe production closely, studying directors, camera setups, and pacing, in a way that would later influence his own filmmaking style. While his character was not the dominant focus early on, his presence became more prominent over time. The experience also revealed the mechanics of long-form storytelling and the discipline required for television production schedules. Unlike film, television demanded consistency and speed, which helped sharpen his instincts for efficiency. By the time Rawhide ended, he had spent years inside the industry, learning how it functioned from the inside, even if he was still not considered a major cinematic star. The Italian Western breakthrough. In 1964, Eastwood accepted an unconventional offer to star in a low-budget European Western directed by Sergio Leone. The project, later known as A Fistful of Dollars, was initially seen in Hollywood as a risky and unconventional career move. However, the film's minimalist style, moral ambiguity, and visual storytelling transformed the Western genre. Eastwood's performance as the man with no name relied heavily on silence, expression, and physical presence rather than dialogue. This restrained approach became a defining aspect of his screen identity. The film's success in Europe was immediate, while American studios initially hesitated to embrace it. Its eventual US release changed that perception entirely, leading to international recognition. The follow-up films completed what became known as the Dollars Trilogy, establishing Eastwood as a global star and redefining what a Western hero could look like in modern cinema. Dirty Harry and cultural impact. By 1971, Eastwood had transitioned into one of Hollywood's most recognizable leading men with the release of Dirty Harry. His portrayal of Inspector Harry Callahan introduced a new kind of screen character, emotionally restrained, morally complex, and operating outside traditional systems. The film's famous line, "Do you feel lucky?" became part of popular culture and symbolized a shift in cinematic storytelling toward darker, more ambiguous heroes. While audiences embraced the character's intensity, critics were divided over its themes of justice and authority. Despite debate, the film's success led to multiple sequels and cemented Eastwood's status as a dominant force in action cinema. During this period, he also began exploring directing, signaling a shift from performer to filmmaker. This transition marked the beginning of a long-term evolution in his career, where creative control became as important as screen presence. Directing career and creative control. Eastwood's move into directing began in the early 1970s with Play Misty for Me, which he also starred in. The film's success demonstrated his ability to manage storytelling behind the camera with efficiency and clarity. He later founded his own production company, allowing greater independence from studio control. Over the following decades, he directed a wide range of films, including westerns, thrillers, and character-driven dramas. His directing style became known for its simplicity, fast production schedules, and emphasis on emotional restraint. Rather than relying on elaborate techniques, he focused on performance, pacing, and atmosphere. Films such as The Outlaw, Josie Wales, and Unforgiven reflected his evolving perspective on violence, aging, and morality. This period established him not just as a star actor, but as a respected filmmaker capable of shaping entire narratives from behind the camera. Personal life and private complexity. Outside of film, Eastwood's personal life has often been described in biographies and media reporting as complex and multifaceted. He has had multiple long-term relationships and is the father of several children from different partnerships. Over the years, this has created a large and blended family structure with varying degrees of public visibility and personal connection. Some of his relationships have been highly public, while others remained private for extended periods. Like many long careers in the public eye, his personal history reflects both connection and distance, shaped by demanding work schedules and long periods of filming. Different family members have spoken about their experiences in different ways, reflecting the complexity of maintaining relationships across time and professional commitment. Overall, his private life illustrates the challenges of balancing global fame with sustained personal connection over many decades. Unforgiven and artistic recognition. In 1992, Eastwood directed and starred in Unforgiven, a film that re-examined the mythology of the Western genre. Rather than glorifying violence, it presented a more reflective and critical view of aging gunslingers and moral consequence. Eastwood's character, William Money, represents a man confronting the weight of his past actions. The film was initially met with uncertainty from studios, but it went on to achieve critical acclaim and won multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. This success marked a major artistic turning point in his career, repositioning him as not just a mainstream actor, but a serious filmmaker. Unforgiven is often viewed as a commentary on his earlier roles, bringing a sense of closure to the archetype he helped popularize. It remains one of the most studied and respected westerns in modern cinema history. Later, career, politics, and public moments. In his later decades, Eastwood continued directing films such as $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, and American Sniper, maintaining an active presence in Hollywood well into advanced age. His political views, often described as libertarian-leaning and independent, have occasionally drawn public attention, particularly during his appearance at the 2012 Republican National Convention. That moment became widely discussed in media due to its unconventional format, generating both criticism and humor across political and entertainment circles. Despite mixed reactions, Eastwood continued working steadily, largely avoiding public controversy afterward. His films in this period often explored themes of aging, responsibility, and moral ambiguity, reflecting a continued interest in human complexity. While opinions about his political expressions vary, his influence as a filmmaker remained significant and largely separate from his personal views. Legacy and continuing work. At 94, Clint Eastwood remains a rare figure in cinema, an artist still occasionally working in a field he helped reshape. His legacy spans acting, directing, and cultural influence across more than 70 years. While his career includes both celebrated achievements and personal complexities, it also reflects extraordinary longevity and adaptability. Few filmmakers have maintained relevance across so many eras of Hollywood history. His films continue to be studied for their minimalism, emotional restraint, and moral depth. At the same time, his life story reflects the challenges of balancing ambition, family, and personal connection within the demands of global fame. Ultimately, Eastwood's journey is not defined by a single narrative, but by a long progression of reinvention. His presence in cinema remains a reminder that artistic endurance often comes with both creative triumph and personal cost.